Welcome to a story of geopolitics, sovereignty, and maritime might. This is the tale of China versus the Philippines, a conflict brewing in the vast expanse of the South China Sea. Join us as we navigate the treacherous waters of diplomacy, power, and national pride. The South China Sea, one of the most strategically important and contested bodies of water in the world, has become a flashpoint for international tension. It is a region rich in resources, teeming with marine life, and a vital artery for global trade. But beneath its shimmering surface lies a geopolitical conflict that has captivated the world. At the heart of this conflict are China and the Philippines. These two nations, separated by thousands of miles of ocean, are entangled in a dispute over territory, sovereignty, and control. To understand the roots of this conflict, we must first delve into the past. For centuries, the South China Sea has been a crossroads of cultures, trade routes, and empires. The waters have seen the sails of ancient Chinese junks, the galleons of Spanish explorers, and the ships of countless other seafarers. China's claim to the South China Sea is anchored in history. The Nine-Dash Line, a demarcation line used by China, asserts its historical rights to almost the entire sea. This claim, based on ancient maps and records, has been a cornerstone of China's maritime policy for decades. The Philippines, on the other hand, has its own set of claims. The archipelago nation asserts sovereignty over several features within its exclusive economic zone, including the Spratly Islands and Scarborough Shoal. These claims are backed by international law, specifically the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The tension between these competing claims has led to a series of confrontations on the high seas. Fishermen from both nations have found themselves caught in the crossfire, while naval vessels patrol the waters, often coming perilously close to conflict. In 2013, the Philippines took a bold step by bringing its case to the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague. The tribunal's ruling in 2016 was a landmark moment.
The Department of Foreign Affairs accepted this decision of the tribunal. According to Solicitor General Florin Hilbay, the tribunals favoring the Philippines is an important step to resolve the issue in a peaceful manner. Malacanang is pleased with the decision as well and make sure to make the necessary preparations for the coming hearings.
We welcome the decision of the Arbitral Tribunal on jurisdiction, allowing the Philippines to present its claims on the merits.
It unequivocally rejected China's expansive claims and affirmed the Philippines' rights. However, China dismissed the ruling, maintaining its stance and continuing its activities in the contested waters. China's response has been to bolster its presence through a process known as island building. Massive dredging operations have transformed reefs and shoals into artificial islands, complete with airstrips, ports, and military installations. These developments have raised alarms across the region and beyond, with many viewing them as a bid to assert de facto control over the South China Sea. The international community has been far from silent. Nations like the United States, Japan, and Australia have voiced their concerns, conducting freedom of navigation operations and calling for a rules-based order in the region. ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, has also sought to mediate, though finding consensus among its members has proven challenging. Amidst the geopolitical chess game, the lives of ordinary people are profoundly impacted. For the fishermen of the Philippines, the South China Sea is not just a strategic flashpoint, but a vital source of livelihood. The threat of confrontation looms large, affecting their daily routines and their ability to provide for their families. The environmental cost of this conflict is also significant. The construction of artificial islands has wreaked havoc on delicate marine ecosystems, destroying coral reefs and threatening biodiversity. Conservationists warn that the long-term damage could be irreversible, impacting not just the region but the entire planet. In recent years, there have been efforts to find common ground. Diplomatic negotiations have sought to establish codes of conduct and mechanisms for conflict resolution. However, the path to lasting peace remains fraught with challenges, as national interests and historical grievances often clash. Despite the tension, there is also hope. People-to-people exchanges, cultural diplomacy, and regional cooperation initiatives are building bridges between the two nations. These efforts remind us that beyond the headlines and the political rhetoric, there are shared histories and futures that bind the peoples of China and the Philippines. As we look to the future, the South China Sea remains a theater of complex geopolitics. The actions of China and the Philippines, and their ability to navigate these turbulent waters, will shape not just their destinies, but the broader dynamics of the Asia-Pacific region. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the South China Sea. If you found this documentary informative and engaging, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that shape our world.